So you want to get a wheel and pedal set, but you don't want to get into sim racing. Yeah, man, I get it. I get it. Racing sims can be really technical and can be a little too conservative for a lot of people. Yeah, I think some folks just like to enjoy racing games that don't take themselves so serious and are a little more liberal in the physics department. But they also still want to drive around in the game the way a car is meant to be driven. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Steve Bookin. And ever since I started sim racing, I just can't go back to playing racing games with the triggers and thumbsticks. I think all the sim racing channels have discussed the best racing sims topic, but we always leave out the more casual players. So yeah, I put together a list of the best arcade racing games that I think go well with a wheel and pedal set. Now this list isn't going to be for you SimCube and aluminum rig guys. This list is for the guys that want a deeper level of immersion from the racing games that they already played with a controller. So yeah, this is where all the entry-level belt-driven wheelbases like the Thrustmaster TX and T300 and the Logitech G Series are going to shine the most. I don't think Fanatec products and direct drive systems were designed with these kind of games in mind. So I think casual equipment for casual racing games is going to be the best milk and cookie combo for the titles on this list. So yeah, I'm going to quit wasting time and get right into it. Let's start by getting the obvious out of the way with Forza Horizon 5. Now, even though Playground Games didn't give us Japan like we've been asking for like over a decade, it seems like, they did go in and overhaul the driving physics in Forza Horizon 5 and made it a much better driving experience with the wheel and pedal set. But to be honest, all the games in the Forza Horizon franchise are really fun to play with the wheel and pedal set, but the cars in the previous Horizon games can be really twitchy and drifty to the point it becomes obvious that those games were meant to be enjoyed with a controller. I've been playing Forza Horizon 5 in simulation mode with stability management turned off, and the cars still behave in a more natural and predictive manner than they did in the previous games. So yeah, I think Forza Horizon 5 is a great arcade racing game to get most players off the controller and onto a wheel and pedal set, but I also think it's a great game for a hardcore sim racer to have some fun with as well. Alright, next on this list is The Crew 2. Now this is a game that I've had on my hard drive like forever now, but I just recently started diving into it like 2 or 3 months ago, which is a shame because The Crew 2 is a badass arcade racing game and I've been having a really good time playing this game with the wheel and pedal set. Unfortunately, The Crew 2 is one of those always online games and it'll probably be well past its life cycle by the time this video drops. So if you haven't had a chance to check out The Crew 2, I wouldn't go throwing any money at it right now because there's no telling when they're going to turn out the lights on the servers, especially with the Crew Motorfest dropping right around the corner. But hopefully Ivory Tower will continue to show us wheel and pedal guys some love in the Crew Motorfest, and I'll try to be here to let y'all know how it turns out when it drops in September. Alright, so next on this list is Need for Speed Heat and Need for Speed Unbound. And I know Unbound is one of the lesser light Need for Speeds, but I've been having a really good time playing this game with a wheel and pedal set. I think Unbound should be played on a wheelbase with a lower torque rating because the default force feedback is really strong in my opinion, and there's no settings in the game to change it. I think Heat might be the better game when it comes to using a wheel and pedal set. I've been playing both with my Thrustmaster TSXW with no issues, but I think a Logitech G Series wheel and pedal set would probably be the best way to experience both of these games. Alright, next up is Dirt 5. Now I hate this game. Yeah, man, because I'm a really big fan of the Dirt series, and Dirt 5 is the worst Dirt game in the franchise. This game felt like a backhanded slap to the face for dedicated fans like myself, but I have to give credit where it's due. Yeah, Dirt 5 has some of the best arcade driving physics in my opinion. I mean, the way I can kick and drift cars around a corner is damn near perfect. And like I said in a previous video, Codemaster games and Thrustmaster equipment go together like peanut butter and jelly, and Dirt 5 is no different. So yeah, I recommend the Thrustmaster TGT, the T300, the TX, or the TSXW for this one. So yeah, Dirt 5, a terrible dirt game, but a really good arcade racing game to play with the wheel and pedal set. Alright, next up is Gravel. Now, this is a game that I like, but it kind of flew under the radar for everyone else. Man, I like this game so much that I bought it for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Gravel is pretty much a better version of Dirt 5 in my opinion. It's just not as colorful and in your face like Dirt 5 is. I've played this game with Fanatec, Thrustmaster, and Logitech equipment, and a Thrustmaster wheel and pedal set are my recommended tools of choice to get the best wheel and pedal experience out of this game. Alright, now I'm going to close this thing out with Recfest. Now this one barely slipped in. I know others may not agree, but I kind of consider Recfest more of a simcade than a full-blown arcade racing game, especially when you start turning off some of the driving assist. But I threw it on here anyway because I do think Recfest is casual enough for people who might play the other racing games on this list. The default force feedback settings in Recfest are really strong in my opinion. I've tried playing this game with a direct drive system and damn near got my hands ripped off. So yeah, I think a Thrustmaster or Logitech belt-driven setup would be the best way to go on this one. So yeah, man, that's my list of the best arcade racing games that I think go well with a wheel and pedal set. Should I add a couple more, take a couple away? Let me know down in the comment section. I think the only thing I would add is, to all the development teams that specialize in arcade racing games, we're at a point in time where the driving equipment for racing games has gotten so good over the last 5 years or so that wheel and pedal support is almost life or death or mission critical, and should be part of the foundation of every racing game. No matter if it's something as serious as R Factor 2 or something as silly as Crash Team Racing, wheel and pedal support in racing games should be taken just as serious as the controller in my opinion. But let me know if you agree or disagree down in the comment section. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. But before I go, I got another product review coming. Yeah, man, I know how y'all like those videos. I've been messing around with the Moza Racing R5 direct drive system. So yeah, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you want to know how I feel about it in the next video. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. It's your boy Steve Buchan. I'm out.